Today I'm going to be showing you guys everything I pack in my football bag for a match day as a semi-pro footballer. Before we start, I do have to admit that I'm a chronic overpacker, but fail to prepare, prepare to fail, you know? I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I bring a lot with me on a game day, but let's jump straight into it and let me show you what I put in my football bag. First up has to be the boots. You can't play football without a pair of football boots. I actually have two pairs of boots here. I've got these ones, my moulds. These are for firm ground, playing on Astro, that type of thing. And then I've also got these, which are my soft ground boots. These are metal studs. I actually got these ones quite recently. I've had the boots for a while, but I actually got them converted to soft ground. So I got the metal studs put in because I wanted a pair of boots that actually fit and felt nice, so I'd rather have one that I already have, get converted, rather than have to buy a new pair and it'd be uncomfortable, all of that. So yeah, two pairs of boots, probably the most important thing in my bag. But yeah, that's what we've got first. And then along a similar line to the boots, we've got my shin pads. I have had these shin pads for so long. I don't like the small shin pads that you see going around nowadays, so I've got classic, slightly bigger shin pads, nothing too crazy, but yeah, along with the lines of the boots, you can't play football without them. So shin pads. Okay, and then we've got kit. I've got lots of clothes spread out here because on a match day, although I get there and my team kit is provided for me by the club, that's there when I arrive, that shirt, socks, shorts, all of that is there. We do have to bring some of our own stuff. So first up, we have got the warm-up top. This is the top that we will go out and warm up in. Not a huge fan of the colour, but I feel like it could be worse. The pattern on it's quite nice. So yeah, we warm up in this top. So basically we arrive and we will put our match day shorts and socks on, and then this top to warm up in. Then once we've done our warm up, we'll come back in, take this off, and we will put our match day shirt on. So yeah, this is the warm up shirt. And then in terms of other kit, I've also got my coat. This I bring just in case it's raining. I feel like the worst feeling in the world is when you've gone out to warm up and you're all dry and it chucks it down during the warm up, and then you have to come in and put your shirt on and you're already soaked before the match even started. So yeah, we've got the coat. I quite like this coat, although it's got a hood, which is all right, but you can't take the hood off, and I don't like playing with a hood on. Like I can't deal with that. Like I can feel it blowing around in the wind, so I'm not the biggest fan of this coat, but colour and stuff is alright. So yeah, we've got the coat, and then I've got a few bits of smaller stuff. So we've got my socks and my shin pad socks. So although I said that the team provides socks, they're all cut socks, so we wear our own socks underneath that. I do wear grip socks. I don't really think there's much of like a positive benefit to wearing grip socks, but I don't know, I do it anyway. These socks are comfortable, so yeah, not sure. And then these are my shin pad socks. Basically I put these on under my socks, under my like football socks, and there's a little pocket in there, don't know how easy that is to see, that the shin pad sits in, just like that. Ooh, never put that in without it being on my foot. But yeah, the shin pad goes in there. Basically, these are so comfortable. I do not feel my shin pads when I'm running around because they just sit in here, they don't move about, they cause no stress, no issue. I tried so many things before I landed on these, and these work so well. On top of having a sleeve for the shin pad to sit in, don't know if you can see, they've got a bit of padding on both the outside of the leg and then around the ankle as well. As a centre back, I do get kicked quite a lot, so just that extra bit of padding, nothing bulky either, just like a little bit extra, has made a difference. Definitely saves me from a few bruises that I don't want. Next up, we've got the tracking devices. You may have seen some professional teams, they wear these little vests, and you've got a space in the back for the tracker. So our team provide a tracker, so you can see how far you run, what speeds you hit, all of that kind of information during a game. So this is provided by the club. This will go under our matchday shirt. And yeah, the tracker sitting in the back so we can get some data from the game. So that's the team one. I also have my own kind of tracker. This is a little different. This goes round my chest just like that, and I've got a little heart rate monitor that sits on here, and this is to give me some information from the game, because the tracker tracks distance, top speed, all of that. This tracks my heart rate, which is a bit different, and I find being able to keep track of my heart rate has been really good for me to see how tiring a game has been. I'm someone who really struggles to recognise when I've pushed myself too hard and I need to take a break. And in the past, that's led to quite a few injuries. So a heart rate monitor like this is like, it gives me data to show me how tired I am, basically. Like, obviously, if my heart rate's been higher for longer periods of time, probably more tired than another game. So this gives me just solid data so I don't have to make that decision based on how I feel, because I am rubbish at that. So this has been quite useful. I've had this for a few years now, and yeah, it's made a big difference. I definitely think I'm getting injured less now. I can rely on the data from that. And then we move on to some of the smaller bits. Here we've got some of my toiletry stuff. So deodorant, hairspray and hair gel, just the essentials. I mean, there's not much to say about that. Come with me to every training session, every game, just don't go anywhere without it. And then we've got my Vaseline and my Vicks Vapor Rub. Vaseline has been a huge thing for me. I love a slide tackle, but my legs don't like it so much. We play a lot of games on Astro, so in case you didn't know, slide tackling on Astro leaves these awful burns all the way down your leg. So quick tip for you guys, if you put a bit of Vaseline on your leg where you normally get the burn, it just stops that friction burn happening so easily. It doesn't stop it completely, but it definitely helps a lot. So yeah, I always put a bit of Vaseline on my legs before going out to play on an Astro. And then the Vicks is because there have been loads of colds going around at the minute, and I'm not feeling great. Not awful, but not great. So just a bit of Vicks, just if I've got a bit of a blocked up nose before the game, it just helps a bit with that. Helps me go out and be able to breathe a bit more normally when I'm playing. And then we've got the drinks. I have my water. I actually normally take about 3 or 4 different water bottles for the journey down, the journey back, and during the game. So I take a few with me. So water, very key, and a Lucozade as well. I don't always take a Lucozade, but I bought some the other day, so may as well take it with me. Especially I find when it gets hot and humid and I feel like I'm getting a bit dehydrated. Lucozade definitely helps a lot. I don't normally drink a whole Lucozade on a match day though. I'll probably have like half of it and maybe the other half next week. But yeah, that's fluids, super important of course. And then similarly, we've got the snacks. I always pack a few snacks for multiple reasons. First of all, if I'm exhausted at the end of the game, I've got something to eat straight away, because you never know with match teas whether it's going to be something I like, whether they've got something at all. So a few snacks is always super important. But I've also found if I'm sat on the bench, I get so hungry, because basically you eat early in the morning to prep for the game if you're starting. So you eat so early that if you're sat on the bench, you just get hungrier and hungrier. So I always have a snack so that if I am on the bench, I can bring it out with me and just eat it once the game started, just to keep me going, because otherwise I'm so hungry. And then yeah, we've also got chocolate milk for after the game. It's quite a good recovery drink, but yeah, again, also just kind of in case there's not anything good provided by the opposition for post-match teas. I mean, you never know. You have to, like I said at the start, I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and want it. So we just bring everything. We bring everything. Okay, we're flying through this. There's not a lot left. Oh yeah, so I bring a hockey ball with me. I've had this hockey ball for years. Couldn't even tell you where I got it from, but so good. It's good just for rolling out those like knots that you get in your muscles, whether that's on the base of your foot, in your calf, wherever it is. A hockey ball is so good for trying to get that out just before the game. And then I've also got my foam roller, which I bring with me as well. Doesn't always make it out of the car though. Sometimes that just stays in the car. It's just kind of there just in case. Cambridge Knights actually have a foam roller in the kit bag, so using this a bit less than I did at previous clubs, but yeah, I try and bring a foam roller with me just in case. And similarly, I also have a little mini massage gun. This has been a game changer for me. This Theragun that I got from Under Armour has been so useful. Again, just for like if I've got any knots, anything like that, it's really good. We actually do have a physio or a sports therapist even that you can get massages from before the game, but yeah, this just adds a little bit extra. There can often be a really long queue to see the sports therapist, so this adds a little bit. Yeah, this has been a complete game changer for me. Okay, and then we've got these 2 mini bags that go inside my bag. These basically just organise all my stuff. So in here I've got tampons, pads, Vaseline, pens, and my heart rate monitor as well, just to try and like store all of the little things that otherwise if you just chuck them in your bag they get lost at the bottom. So this is quite good, just stores a bit of everything to be honest, but yeah, keeps all of the small stuff in one place, easy to find. But this one is a bit more like a medical bag, I guess. I've got painkillers, I've got plasters, that type of stuff. Again, you never know what the physio has or hasn't got in their bag, so I'd rather have it myself just in case they don't have it. So I've got scissors, all sorts, tape, that kind of stuff. Just rather would have it than need it and not have it. So yeah, very organised, and like I said, very much an overpacker. I think that's basically everything. Actually maybe a couple more. There is this is a notebook that I bring with me. I basically recently have got into the habit of journaling before a game. Find it a really good way to get myself in the right headspace to play a match, to switch on properly, and just to get out any thoughts that I don't want to be lingering around, whether that's the pitch is bad, the weather's rubbish. That's not something that's going to be beneficial for me during the game. So if I can journal that, it feel like I take it out of my body and I can leave it behind in this book. So I journal before I leave the house, and if I have time, try and journal once I arrive at the stadium. Just like I said, it helps me get in the right headspace for the game, and definitely has made a big difference for me. And that is everything I pack in my bag as a semi-pro footballer. Like I said at the very start, I know I'm an overpacker. I know I am, but I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it at all. So yeah, this is everything that comes with me on a game day. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments. If you want to tell me what you put in your bag, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for sticking around, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.